United Way of Greater Cleveland was going through a transition of grant making at the time, and we were looking to engage with someone that could meet grantees where they are. And additionally, we wanted someone that was experienced with Black and Brown-led organizations as well as serving Black and Brown communities. Equius Group had knowledge in both, and so that's why we wanted to engage with them. So United Way of Greater Cleveland was responsible for funding nonprofits, which we refer to as grantees. And with that, we wanted to create the Center for Excellence in Social Services. The Center for Excellence in Social Services is an opportunity for funded and non-funded agencies alike to come together to learn about different topics that were relevant, such as race, diversity, equity, and inclusion, leadership, and lifting up your leaders of color. And Equius Group was important in all of that work because they're experienced in working with clients from backgrounds in Black and Brown communities. In building a culture of race, diversity, equity, and inclusion, we wanted to build the capacity of the grantee partners that we worked with at United Way of Greater Cleveland. And we also wanted to give those partners an opportunity to look at things such as internal mechanisms like race, diversity, equity, and inclusion statements and different policies and practices that they had at their organizations. And so we wanted to build the capacity of the organizations that didn't necessarily have the capacity to hire an Equius Group on their own. Lifting Up Your Leaders of Color was the second custom design course that we worked with Equius Group to create for United Way of Greater Cleveland's grantee partners. And we took those grantee partners that wanted to take their leaders of color that worked at their organizations and teach them about different topics that were important to leaders of color in a space that's not so comfortable necessarily for leaders of color. It's really important for leaders of color to feel supported and to feel like people have their back. And we wanted to showcase that at United Way by bringing in one of the leaders in the field, Equius Group. For me in the leaders of color space, that was a really eye-opening opportunity. Leaders of color don't necessarily have an age or a look to them. They don't necessarily have to look like a person of color. They could potentially pass as a white person. And with all of that being said, I took away from Lifting Up Your Leaders of Color that it's important to meet leaders where they are whenever they come to you.